Hello, my beautiful crafty friends. It's Laurette, the Vintage Paper Girl. Welcome to my studio. I'm super excited you're here today for weekend crafting with the Vintage Paper Girl. So hopefully you'll learn some things today. We'll do a little crafting, see what you think. Got a fun project for you. And we'll get busy. So how is everybody? Are you good? I hope so. I hope you're crafting. I hope you're getting ready for your Christmas crafts. So you're going to sit and craft with me while I'm working on my project. Totally up to you whether you do this one or you do something else. It depends if you have the same supplies or similar supplies to me. Okay, so we're going to make some fun winter pockets. They could be Christmas, winter, whatever you want. I am going to set them aside for just a second because I want to talk about something. I had some questions about vellum. And someone said, isn't vellum and tracing paper the same thing? No, it's not. Tracing paper is about half the thickness of a printable vellum. Printable vellum means that you can print on it. It will absorb the ink, dry relatively quickly, depending upon how much ink you're putting on it, and it has more body. You can stitch through it on the norm. You can paint on it, you can decoupage, you can do a lot of stuff. It will wrinkle, you know, just like any other paper if you get too much moisture on it, but it's great for projects. Now, the other thing is tracing paper is very thin and it's meant for you to see through so you can trace something. It's about half the weight of vellum. And you can tell, now there's different levels of tracing paper. This one is 40.7 grams or 25 pound. This is like a 95 pound. Okay, so the vellum is like 95, tracing paper is 25. Here's another one that I got, and I think that this one's even lighter, or that one's lighter maybe. There's all different weights of tracing paper, so it just depends on what you want to see. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to do, these are two different tracing papers. One I believe is a Dollar Tree and the other is, or Target or something. I'm not sure where I got them. But okay, so you can see there's a difference in what you can see through them. This one's a bit thicker. It's not as thin. That one you can really see through. So if you're doing faces and things, that's what you would want. But to craft with, yes, it's absolutely fine to use tracing paper. But just be aware it is not the same as printable vellum, and it may jam up in your printer and cause you a big fat mess. The printable vellum, which is what we do carry in our shop, you can print on it, and it's meant to take ink. Whereas a lot of times these won't take it and they'll jam up in your printer. So just a little lesson on tracing paper versus vellum. So if you're a new crafter, a newbie, or new at making things, I thought that might be helpful for you. To just have a little lesson in tracing paper. In our crafty sessions, we'll talk about things like cleaning your mats. How do you do that? What do you clean them with? Which I did, I think in one of my last videos, is how to clean up your mat when you get something super sticky on it. We'll talk about glues, the difference in those, which I think we've done in the past, but I'll start going over some of that for the newer people. And for those of you who've been with me a long time, sorry about that, but a little refresh course never hurts anybody, right? Including me. So today we're going to do a little file folder project. And what I've done is I've taken some file folders and I've cut them in half. And I just took the file folder. Let's see. I think this is the other half of that one. Let me grab it. I just cut it down the middle, just like this, you know, however you want to do it. And I created a pocket. I stitched these on. You don't have to. I did this a long time ago. And they're blanks that I keep handy. Like it's another stack your stash type of thing where I stitched up a whole bunch and inked a whole bunch. Some I coffee dyed. And when I coffee dye, I just spritz with color on it. I didn't soak them. You know, that's a great way to do it, is just put your coffee mixture in a little spray bottle, spritz it on, let it dry. It does really fast. You don't have to wait for days for your paper to dry, okay? So that's a way to do it. Or you can do your distress ink spray, like I taught you guys, where you just put either distress spray. When one of these daubers gets yucky, I put it in some water and put it in there, and I add a tiny drop of alcohol to keep it from getting funky. And you can use that as a spray. as well. So I just let it soak in there till I see like most of the color's gone, and then, you know, I've created myself a spray. Okay, so you have distress spray. You could use spray. Say that fast. Distress spray. You can use on that, or coffee dye or tea mixture. Either way, you can spray. You don't have to soak the whole thing and get it all the way through. It depends how grungy you want it. I just wanted a little. I didn't really want a big old, you know, mess, right? So I didn't want it super grungy. So I think what I want, we're going to do these glassine bags. These are 4x6, I believe. And we're going to actually put that on there, and we're going to do a pretty little pocket holder. You can put ephemera in it. You can put journal cards in it. You can pop a small little journal in it, either in the bag on the front or in the back. When you stitch, it does make it tighter, but you have less likelihood of it being too small. So what we're going to want to do, I have to decide, do I want to put the bag directly on there, or do I want to, which I might, or do I want to put some lace in the background? I could do that, or I could just make it very simple. It just depends. I have these little bingo cards. I don't know where I got them. I know we're going to have some scans of original I'm going to say 50 or 60 bingo cards. But you can find these just everywhere. It's up to you. You can check the shop and see if Jolene managed to get them in there for this. I don't know. She's been extremely busy, so have I. It's been a crazy couple weeks, honestly. We both have so much going on. And, you know, for me, with my daughter, she has her shop, or our shop, and then and I'm inking everything, by the way, while I'm chatting with you. And then she has her 2 girls who are extremely busy right now. It's that time of year and time in their life. I don't really want that to be quite so sharp. I want it there, but I'm just going to take the tiniest edge off the points so they look a little more old, because I know this is just a digital copy, or I bought them like this. I can't remember. These have been in my stash for years. I just found them and I thought, ooh, those would be cool. I'm going to do a little bit of inking on here. I don't want this quite so bright white. I do want the white, but I don't want it because it's snowy. And I thought we might just decorate these up with some doilies, bags, an image or two. Now, these particular images I have, I, again, don't know where they came from. I got them long before I was tracking where I got things, you know, long before I had a channel. I would just buy digitals, use them, you know, not worry about who they were from. I would just print them and, you know, use them in a project. So I'm going to lightly, just lightly. I want it to have that little bit of aged sepia, vintage, Victorian look. Since those are kind of the images that I'm using. I've got an edge here just bugging me. I also don't know where I got this from. It was in my stash. Could have been Michael's or Joann's, or I don't know. It's an ornament, I believe. I don't know where I got that. I just found it all ready to go. So I was thinking we would do something like this. Or possibly, I don't really have a plan. We're just crafting together. Something like that. I'm thinking, you know what would be fabulous, right? Would be white snow mesh. Hoping this is white and not blue. I believe that's white. I don't know. Let me see something. If I have a box of meshes and trims right under my desk. And do I have a snow mesh in here? Oh yeah, I do. Just in case I want to make sure. I need to put a new one in there, though. I roll my mesh onto, is that the same? Yeah, it is. Okay, I just wanted to make sure. And I'm thinking it would be fun to put this either behind the bag or behind all of this. I mean, we could do lace, but why not do the snow? Makes more sense, right, with what we're creating. You really aren't going to see it, are you? But we could move it up, over, down, or we could put it behind the bag. Yeah. Not liking it behind the bag, so we won't do that. That would be a waste, right, of the mesh. I'm almost wondering if I need a bigger piece, which is why I pulled this out. I kind of want to cover the whole surface. I won't glue it down super tight. That way we can still get into the bag, but I wanted to kind of go... I probably should glue the bag on and then figure out my length of my snow mesh. Okay, that's going to end up going into my bag because, as we can see, it's done. All right. Okay, now I've got plenty of white snow mesh. I won't be searching around for it in my little baggie, right? It'll be right there and it'll be obvious it's the white for a change. I did pull out my golden brown velvet trim, which I do want to use, and we do have it for sale in the shop. You can buy it by the yard. You don't have to have tons of it like I do. I have like 50 yards of it. Yikes. It's the only way I could get it that color I wanted. So I think that that's going to be fun to play with as well. So you can get all this stuff in the shop. The snow mesh, the baggies, the file folders, the doilies, everything you need, you can get in our shop. And that's the reason we created the shop, was for you guys. So you could get whatever you needed in the shop and not have to go a million places to find, you know, vellum or glassine bags or, you know, whatever you needed. You know what? This is cold. I have not been in my craft room for a few days. I have been very busy working on the project for my grandchildren, which I wish I could say what it is because, you know, but they watch my channel periodically, even though it's not a channel for children. They will watch because their parents know, you know, I wouldn't say, try not to say anything I shouldn't say. So if I have a fun project, sometimes they see a princess project or they see a pretty project. The girls will sit on the floor and watch a video of their grandma. Oh, I've got a bubble or something in here. It's driving me crazy. I might have to use a different glue to put this on. I like to use the Fabri-Tac or Fabrifix or 3-in-1, whatever you can get, because it depends what country. And you guys, usually in Europe, you can get the 3-in-1. Because it dries clear and it will not ripple your bag. So I'm going to kind of maybe move that up just a little bit, sort of kind of center it, but not really. We'll have to see what sticks and what doesn't. Oh, you know something else we could do? I don't have out my, darn it. I don't think I have out my snowflake. I didn't pull out my snowflake stamp. I think Lorna Taylor, she gave me a whole bunch of wonderful, wonderful Christmas. One moment, please. Hold this. Okay, let me grab some stuff that Lorna gave me for Christmas that we got in July, for Christmas in July. But I know you can still get so much of this. Okay, let me pull this over. Give me 1 minute. I was thinking about something I should have did. Ooh, those would be pretty stenciled on there. I got stars. I'm going to see if I had a snowflake in here. I thought I remembered a snowflake. Maybe I'm just dreaming. Must have been the stars and things. Darn. Okay. I have a snowflake somewhere stamped, which would be lovely, stamped all over there. But she does have the most gorgeous, and they are Creative clear stamp sets. Many shops have them. Just put it in. Even if you put it into Etsy, I believe you will find these Creative Expressions Christmas stencils or Christmas rubbers, Christmas clear stamps. And if you do that into Etsy or Amazon, they will pop up, or any of your other shops. I was thinking, I had an idea. This will work just as well. Let me grab my gold ink. There we are. I want to do this before I add anything else. So this is, we're using the whole shebang here. Let me find my, there's my dauber. I might want to use a brush for this. I don't really know. I haven't done this before, so you're doing it with me for the first time. Hopefully it's not a disaster, because I've got this glued down. So if I don't like it, well, and this one is stencils by Lorna Starlight, CEST 163. And you can look that up if you need it. Let me stand up so you can see. She sent these to me. Isn't she fabulous? I just love her. Hi, Miss Lorna. Hope you're having a great trip. I don't know if she can watch from, she's out of the country for a while, so. All right, let me see if we could do, I want to do some gold. I might have to use a brush instead of a dauber. I'm not sure. I haven't done this, like I said before. This is gold. Golden glitz. It's got sparkle to it, which is cool. Oh, yes, it works. But I think I'm honestly thinking a little brush. Give me a second to grab a little brush. Here's a little brush. Might work better to get into all the cracks and crevices. And we might get a bit more glitz and glam that way. Oh, yes, definitely. Love it. Love it. Now, as I started to say before I got my squirrel moment, which is what I'm doing here, this is squirrel moment. And this is going to show through a little bit maybe. So we might want to just do a few. And circular motion keeps you from like ripping the points off of this, hopefully. This is a very strong stencil. I have to say I'm very impressed with the Creative Expressions stencils. They are fabuloso. So I really, really like them. How is everybody? Are you guys crafting with me today? What's on your desk? What are you making? Are you doing any Christmas crafting yet? Are you doing any gift crafting? I have a ton of gift crafting I am doing. I'm a very busy girl crafting for Christmas for my family and my grandkids. And I might have kind of got it thick there, but hopefully most of this is going to get covered up with that doily. I just realized if I use the whole doily as is, which I might not, right? I don't know if the sparkle will show. Oh, you see it in the sunlight. I don't know if you can see it, but see it? See it? See it? There it is. Oh, yeah, that's pretty. Purdy, purdy, purdy. Very purdy, as my hubby would say, purdy. Oh, country boy. At least he was when I met him. I kind of took the country right out of him. Citified that boy. We met when we were kids, so we've been together a long, long time. We were childhood sweethearts, for those of you that are new and don't know that. We were the boy and girl next door, childhood sweethearts, got married young, had our kids not young. Well, 21, I guess. I got married at 18, but at 21, well, technically 17, but 21. We've been together for over 50 years. Oh my goodness, that's a long time. We're just talking about how he met my dad came from a family of 10 brothers and sisters, and how he met all of my aunts, uncles, and cousins at we think it was Easter. We both couldn't remember. At my grandma's house, where there were, oh God, see, if there's 10 brothers and sisters and spouses, gosh, that would be 20. They each had 2 to 3 kids, 30, 40. I don't know. It was a lot. There was close to probably 100 of us in my grandma's tiny little house, all packed in there. Half the people were out on the front porch because there wasn't a whole lot of room. Most of the kids. There was a kids' table in the kitchen, but after a while, we overran the kitchen, so we had to go outside to eat. Sit on Grandma's front porch, on her steps, on the patio, you know, wherever we could find a place to eat. We ate in shifts. The parents ate first. The kids ate after. Sometimes the kids ate first, but I don't know. Grandma kind of believed the kids got the leftovers. She's funny. But anyway, I don't know. Greg and I have been together a really long time, and so, yeah. Oh, I was talking how I took the country out of the boy. Yeah, he was a duck hunter. He was a duck hunter when I met him, and hunter, deer, duck with him and his dad. And I was in a different time. And that would have been the 60s. No, the 70s. Early 70 we met. I think it was 12. Or late 60s. I don't know. We've met sooner than that at a birthday party for my next door neighbor when his mom was dating my husband's dad. She was a divorcee, which was not done back then very often. She had a home of her own that her mom bought her for her and her son, and she met Greg's dad, and they started dating, and so the boys came to a birthday party, and that's how I first met my husband and his brother. You'll notice I cut that from the back. I don't know if I'll throw that strip away or not. Sometimes I keep the tiniest little things, and I do end up using them. Okay, we can still see it, but you don't see the sparkle as much because I've covered it up. Seems kind of a shame to do all that work, doesn't it? But I think half the fun is the doing, right? I did want to add some up in this area because it's just a little too, you know me, I'm not happy unless it's glammed up. Glam and bling. This is a brand new sweater outfit. It's got pants to match. I love it, but I don't want to get it full of stuff. So I'm going to put up the sleeves. And I think I want a bit of sparkle up here. It may end up covered in lace. I don't know, but if it doesn't, I don't have to, because it looks good. Kind of went in a whole new direction. That just came out of nowhere. I want you to know I had not planned to do this at all. Oh, I love the way that gold catches the light. It's really pretty. I'll have to clean that after. That's going to be a hot mess. Okay, so now we've got that glued on. Do I want to use the whole thing or just part of it? No, I think we'll use the whole thing. I think this is what I'm going to do. Kind of want to go like that, and then I want to find a place for this. Now, I could go under her. I don't know if I want to go on top. Maybe. Oh, maybe I could do it down there. Let's go high, medium, and low. Make your pieces touch and balance your page. It bugs my eye if everything's on one side. There's nothing wrong with it, and sometimes I do that, honestly, but not all the time. Okay. The other thing I do like, though, which I see on there, let me get my gold out again before I put this on there. I do want to put a little of that gold on here. See if we can add a little sparkle. Now there's a couple ways to do that. I could gold leaf on the edges of this, or I could use this ink, or just 1 minute, I could use a paint pen. So it kind of just depends on what you want to do. The glue on my hands is bugging me. Gotta get it off there. Ugh, yuck. Don't like the way that feels. Okay. That was, for those of you who are new, I use a little bit of the hand sanitizer. It has alcohol, and that one has aloe. So it actually makes my fingers feel pretty good. What was I talking about? I don't know. Now, I'm not crazy about the points, but I've got that stitch, so all I could do is just kind of take off the hard point. Just so it's not so obvious. There we go. There, that's a little softer. Anything else I want to do before I put this together? Because once I glue it down, then I'm kind of like pretty much stuck with the whole look. So we've got that on there. We were talking about putting that there, that high, that there, this low. Now, if you don't have those images, I don't know where I got them, honestly. So I do have images from Lorna Taylor. She has a beautiful kit, and it is called Snow Days by Tailor Made Journals on Etsy. And these, I'm going to use some of these. Now, some of these have some lines because I'm having printer issues, but what I thought I could do is maybe take the gold or my other and kind of go over it to kind of soften any lines that maybe didn't print right, or I don't know if you see that gold or not, but that's something I can do. Okay, so anyway, because I have to use those pages, I can't throw them away. That's a 44-page kit. It used up an entire ink cartridge and a package of presentation paper. So, yeah, I'm not getting rid of it. I don't waste anything. We're going to use it regardless. You don't see a lot of the doily, but it is under there. It is part of the layering system. I have to decide if I want any lace under there or anything else. Let's see. Where did I put my lace? Oh, it's behind me. I mean, I know I can add lace anywhere, right? So, I mean, I could add it to the bottom. Oh, that might be pretty before I glue. But I've already glued that on there, so that would go over. But before I glue that on there, yeah, maybe I could add a little lace to the bottom just to give it some softness, because it seems a little hard to me. Nope, I like that first one. This is vintage lace from France. Love it. I really like this one. It's got a really pretty... Okay, let's put this on next. So always think about your layers before you go cutting everything off and then realizing, whoops, you messed up, right? I don't know if these will cut this. Oh, they're still sharp enough. Cut so much paper and everything I'm not supposed to cut. You never know, right? Oh gosh, I did a terrible job. That is not straight. It's hard with the scissors if they're not super sharp. All right, we're gonna do that. I'm going to cut a little bit past and then I'll trim it up. Okay. Again, we'll use the fabric tack. Let's see, how high do we want to go? I want it to dangle down just a tiny bit. I do want it to come down. I really do. I think I'm going to go to there, so right about there. Well, glue has warmed up. I turned it upside down. If you can't get your fabric tack to work, turn it upside down. Put it in one of these Sugar Bell bottles. If you keep it in the bottle it comes in, it bubbles up, it explodes, it does all kinds of weird things. But for some reason, when you put it in a Sugar Bell bottle called Sweet Sugar Bell, it just seems to behave better. People were complaining about their fabric tack and their 3-in-1 and all the glue bubbles, and it was driving them crazy. And so somebody figured out, and I don't know who it was that did it for the very first time. I honestly don't know. Put it in a Sugar Bell bottle. And ever since then, it has been a game changer for me. We do sell these in our shop. They're back in stock. And you just put, oh, what did I do with my little lid? I have a lid for it somewhere here. Weird. Oh, there it is. We do have little tops for them that will keep it from bubbling over when you're not using it. So you can get those in our shop as well. And I'm going to keep saying, if you're brand new, because I've gotten so many brand new people. Thank you, and welcome. I'm so excited each of you is here. A lot of people are finding me. And this is our shop. So if you need supplies, charms, lace, all kinds of stuff, everything you want it could use to make what I make, like pretty much everything except for this particular lace, but there's other laces in the shop, or I think there still are. We're getting low on our lace. Jolene and I are on the new year going to have to go on a hunt for a new lace supplier. So, okay, I am going to use fabric tack on this. Normally I would use art glitter glue, but it's going on top of the mesh and it seems to work the best. Now, art glitter glue does work. You have to use quite a bit and you have to wait for it to dry. But I will say, this is great if you're working with heavy layers, fabric, or gems, stones, any of that. This is what you want to use. It was designed for seamstresses, for costuming, and it is fabulous. Okay, I'm going to kind of center this then, like we were talking about. Now, if you're worried about it creating a shiny surface, take your little dauber. I mean, this little, like I use dry wet wipes. They would dry out. I've used them for something. I let them dry and then I use them to do this. And then this will dampen it down to where you don't see the bright shiny through it, right? Does that make sense? Because I know quite a few of you were struggling with that, and me too when I first started, and figured it out just from doing. I'm going to move that up and over, move that up and over. I'm going to move that down. There we go. Oh, I like that. Yes, I do. Okay, now the bingo card's got to go on first, so it's going to go over here. Sometimes if I have something where I want it, I will do this. I called it the cheater method, where you just lift it up. Again, we are using the fabric tack because you can use regular PVA white glue. Do not use Elmer's glue. Don't use your kids' glue. It won't stay. It'll lift right up. Now I'm gonna go this way and put it on. So you just lift it up a half at a time and glue it on. That way it doesn't move on you. It's exactly where you want it to be. I love that bingo card. I think it just adds a bit of fun, don't you? I'm going to move it up a bit, though. I'm going to move it up to there, and I'm going to move it over a bit so you see the free. Then I'll put this on accordingly. Yes. Again, because some of it's going to hit the snow mesh, I want to make sure. We just had a little lesson in one of my videos about the difference between mesh and tulle. So you know when you're buying what you're getting. Mesh is an open weave, tulle is a closed weave. This is a tulle, it's very fine, it's more of a fabric to stitch with. Great costuming and things. And the mesh is what we're using here, and it is more of an open, if you can see this, there's an open weave here. So that is the difference between the two, okay? So if you're new and you're seeing this for the very first time, again, because this is heavier, I don't know where I got this. I have no idea. Gee, I wish I knew if I even had any more. I probably do in my stash somewhere. I have drawers and drawers of stuff. Oh, because I was a big-time crafter doing craft shows professionally and gift craft shows, the big ones, for years. So, and with my mom, and she was too. So, big-time crafter doing the big show. Well, I did the big shows. She did the local big shows, but I did all over the United States big shows. Now, that's on there, and I like it. I almost feel like it's not quite relating. I'm going to move it up just a hair. And I'm going to kind of turn it a little bit. There we go. Covers a little more real estate that way. And I might want one up there. Now, I do pre-cut these. I have oh gosh, where did it go? Hello? Oh, I forgot to do something I was going to do. Oh, it's glued down now. That is not going to help me. Okay. I have a paint pen. It is a Deco Color Premium Prime Primo paint pen. Love it, but the problem with it is it's stinky. It kind of gives me a headache when I use it, so I have to be very careful. I'm looking for a piece of paper, sorry. Excuse the ugliness of the paper. I'm going to put this right up to the very edge. I already primed this before the video, so I know it's ready to go. And I'm just going to put like the tiniest amount, put it more on the paper next to it than on the actual. Whew. That'll get you high in a heartbeat. Ay, ay, ay. Woo! If I start doing dancing on the table, you know why. It's the paint pen. This is so I don't get it on the rest of my project, and I can keep kind of a fine line. It does have a tip, and I'm going to try to just use the tip on the corner. I knew I wanted to do this. It dries pretty darn quick. But at least you get to watch me do it, right? I meant to do this beforehand. I used to use these paint pens a lot when I was doing dolls and doll faces. Believe it or not. And then I would color. It's going to make me sneeze. Hold on a minute. Excuse me. Uh-oh. Was I going to do a third one? No, I don't usually sneeze 3 times, but the smell is really bugging my sinuses. Oh my gosh, I used my inhaler beforehand, thank goodness, because I think I'd have a full-blown asthma attack if I didn't. I have the window open too. Pardon me, excuse me. Okay, look at how we end up with just that pretty little line, and I'll stand up and show you. Isn't that pretty? It looks like she's dipped in gold. I almost want to add just on this corner over here, just a bit of, yeah, I just want a little. If you get it on the other stuff, it's okay. I just want to get a little line in a couple places. So it looks like it just kind of got mixed in, like got dipped in the gold. Kissed with gold. I want it to look kissed with gold. Is this a fun project or what? You get to use all kinds of, this is a mixed media project. This is a mixed media project. Oh yeah, I love that. There, I like that. I gotta close this before I pass out here. Whoa. Excuse me a minute, I'm gonna drink some water. Clear my lung. Oh my. I had to grab a Kleenex. And nothing like a good sneeze. All right. Now, I may do some more gold leafing other places. I have to decide if I want to go crazy, because you know me, more is better, right? More is more. More is better. More is whatever. Just more. Love more. Oh, this is what I was after when I got the idea to use the paint pen. Let me take that out. Get that away from me. Okay. I do have some pretty... I wanted something more of the... okay, not that one. This one. There. That's what I want. I want to balance out that heavy gold right there. And this one, I am going to try my art glitter glue, because I'm trying to get that Fabri-Tac in these tiny... oh, of course, it would help if I actually... I haven't used it in a while. Uh-oh. The tip is all gunky. Tell me it didn't seal up on me. Like I said, I haven't been in the studio because I've been downstairs working on our... I'm not working in my craft studio on... I got the grandkids project all put together. I just have to do the sample for them so they get an idea of what they could do. Hopefully it'll help them launch their creativity. Although these kids, all three of them are super... the baby, of course, is too young. He's only 2, but the older ones that are age 12 to 6 are very, very, very creative. In fact, they're all in theater and dance. They sing, they do gymnastics. One of them plays the piano. One of them plays the guitar. I mean, the 8-year-old plays the piano. The 6-year-old plays the guitar. She's learning, but they all take singing lessons. The 12-year-old, he is a awesome actor. He can remember lines. And the coolest thing about him, I'm going to brag a minute on my grandbabies because I hardly ever talk about them, is that he can put a character. He came up with a Cockney accent all on his own for a part he was playing, and blew me away. Just blew me away. And his director did not tell him to do that. He just did it in the rehearsal, and they went, oh, we love it. And came up with the body language, the persona. It was a natural thing for him. It was awesome. And he doesn't... he's very quiet and just sweet and good to his sisters. Oh my gosh, he's really great with his baby brother, who can be quite the spitfire. Oh, I love this. Do you guys like it? I do. Seem like I want to use... I got to check my time though. I think I might be running out. Yeah, I'm only going to get the one done, but that's all right. One and done is fine. I was thinking about using this right here, kind of bumping it underneath the... no. I feel like it cuts it down too much. Kind of like it up the side. Kind of like it up the side. Yeah, I think that adds something. I'm not sure what it adds, but it does add something. So I'm going to over cut it. I always do, just a tiny bit. And like I said, this is available in the shop by the yard. And Jolene will package it up nicely for you. I keep mine on one of these little cards. That's kind of pretty much how we sell a good amount of our stuff. All right, let's see. This one I want to do Fabri-Tac with, so I'm going to do this carefully. I'm going to put it on the stitching. Yes, you don't see it, but that's how it's closed, and you'll see it on the back. I hope you're enjoying this little project. It's kind of a mixed media one, I feel like. It has a little bit of everything. I want this to hang down just a bit so I can trim it. There we go. Oh, I love that. I'm really happy with it. I just have a couple things left to do. I'm going to trim this to match the line best I can. See why I left it long? So I could make the line meet up here. Now, I may just not want it to go that high. I may want it to stop right there, which I think I do. But you don't know that until you get there. Then I'm going to put just the tiniest bit of the glue on the edge. And I'm going to use my fingers to spread it around a little bit so that I had to put that up to my face. I'm hoping you saw it, but if you didn't, I apologize. Got to clean off the nozzle. Okay, 1 sec. I'm going to put this on the end here so it won't unravel. It just frays a little bit because it is velvet, and velvet frays when you cut it. Not a ton. I mean, it doesn't make it, it just, like, you keep losing little bits of that. And you don't want to do that. So, put that there. Now, one of the reasons I had grabbed this was I did want to put one, I wanted to make a pretty card for the inside. And I'll probably grab my scraps of vanilla. My daughter calls it vanilla holder. Because manila, when you try to type it in, your phone or your computer, whatever, keeps trying to change it to vanilla instead of manila folders. So we call them vanilla. We have a nice set of those. It comes with chocolate, strawberry, and vanilla. Very Neapolitan, like ice cream. Set in the shop if you want it to use for these. You just get a couple to try. You don't have to buy a ton if you're like, well, I don't want a billion of those. I'm using the little gold bits on that. Yeah, that other one's not. Oh, I keep using that. Darn it. Oh, shoot. Do I have my little cutter? I took it downstairs. I did bring a lot of my tools back up because I knew I had a video to do. I'm not sure if we're going to have a Merry Monday. Hopefully we do. It just depends if I have time. We didn't get to spend the time with our granddaughter last weekend like we had planned. None of us were feeling great, so we were all exhausted, her especially. She's got a lot going on as a senior and doing her internship, you know, so she's working and yeah, so what I was thinking was that this would go in here. Good thing I cut that down because I think it might not have fit. I want to have something in there with a pretty tab. I will probably gold leaf this because I think that would be really, really pretty on there. Adding the gold to it. I think I'm going gold leaf happy. I don't know if I have time for this. We'll see. Give me a sec. Put the majority of the pen, I don't know if you can see it, on the paper, not on the card, so it looks more like I gold leafed it. I let my hand just go. I don't try to make it really straight because you want it to kind of look old and aged, because some old tin types have gold on the edges, believe it or not. Cabinet cards. Boy, that really messes with my throat. Can you hear it? Ooh, okay. That's pretty. Now I'll add other things to that and probably back it, maybe put it onto a piece of scrap file folder, but I'm just gonna throw that in there for the moment. I feel like this needs a bit of something up here, and I know what I'm looking for. I just don't know. Pardon me a minute. Not that one, I don't think. I had some snowflake bling. Nope, that isn't the snowflake bling. Darn. excuse me. I have extensive amounts of stuff. One of these has snowflake bling in it. Well, gosh, I just thought of it just now. I did try to pull as much as I could in advance. I really, really, really did. One more. Ah, maybe this one. Got everything else. Is it here? Yes, I bet it is. If it's not, I'm going to be mad at myself. I need to go through and relabel. Oh, this is what I was looking for, you guys. Although I thought I had it in gold, but maybe not. I don't know why that's in there. Okay. I was looking for gold. Those are silver. I don't want silver. I want gold. I mean, I'll take it if I have to. Now that I've just created this massive mess on my desk. Oh, wouldn't that be stunning on there? Ouch. I'm thinking that that might be the thing. That might be the thing. Or I have this one. But I know I have gold ones that... Oh, wait. Yep. This is the one I was thinking of, you guys. I think this is what I was thinking of right there. I think that was the one. It's not as... fancy as this. Do I want that one? I don't know. That one's more antique looking. This one's more... I don't think that's the one. I'm not going to stand up and make a mess in front of you guys. I'll just pull that, push that mess down. Oh, you guys, so sorry. Okay. This one has a metal shank. I don't think I can cut this. I think my husband's going to have to do it for me. So if I add that, I don't want to put that up there. I would put a silver stone up there, not a gold one. And a dear friend of mine just sent me some stones. It's like, what did I do with them? Gosh, okay. Don't ask me what I did with my brand new bling I just got. Oh my gosh, I don't know where it went. Okay, well, I'll look for it. Who knows? I'm officially getting to the point where I'm overwhelmed. Past overwhelmed with Christmas. Yay, I love Christmas, but I have stuff everywhere. Oh, right in front of me. Gosh, if they got any closer, they would have jumped up and ate me. Or sucked me into the bottle, one or the other. And we have these in the shop now, too. We just put all these stones in the shop. So you can get the same bling. Woohoo! If I want it more flat, if I want it to be stand out, I think it's going to be that one, or I can do that one. No, I don't want to cover that up. So something like that. Let me see what our time is. I think we're done, guys. I think I've run out of time. I was hoping I could get this done all in one fell swoop, but if you need images, go to Tailor Made Journal. She has the sepia. She has skating ones, winter and snow, and Christmas. She's got all, oh, it's 54. I have time. I have a couple minutes just to see if I want to finish this. Or do I want a pearl there? Is that too much silver bling? It's silver and gold and sepia and just fabulous. Just feel like I'm going to put something up there. I know I am. Gosh, I wonder if this is metal. You know me, I've got to like try it. I have the bigger tools, but they're not in here. They're in my other room. I bet this is metal and not plastic. It feels like a metal button. Oh, yeah. Okay, hubby's going to have to do that. Howie. Debbie, I'm strong, but I'm My hands are pretty strong. The rest of me might be a mess, but my hands are pretty good. I'm looking one other place to see if I have any snowflakes in here. I don't think I do. It's surprising how many things I do have that I forget about, you know, and don't use for a while, and then I use them all up in one fell swoop, right? So, yeah, not there. Oh, you know what might look cute there instead of that bling bling? I got a bunch of these. Oh, I kind of like that instead of the bling. Whoops. Okay, sorry, bling. Sorry, bling. But we do have these. I believe it's 100 in a pack, 50 the small, 50 the large, 100 in the pack in the shop. So if you need bling for your tiny little ones all the way to your great big, so if you wanted a bigger bling. See, that would be pretty there. If you wanted to just keep it very simple, you could do that. You can do the big one, or you can do that. I'm thinking on this. I really am. These are all a possibility, right? I have these. These might be cool across the top, at the top. Yeah, this one isn't going to work. I wish it was. I really love that one. It's one of my absolute favorites. I'm going to put that back before I lose it. I can't find it for the next thing I want to do. Because, you know, I have another one to do. I have another, let's see. I have this one with little girls over here. I'm going to do a similar thing with them. I also have one cut out, ready to go, that is Victorian, just regular Victorian times. Isn't Christmas or anything. I don't think that one. Although I did like the big bling. I'm kind of like that. I'm almost thinking if I don't want to go with that. I don't think you would see anything if I did that. No. But you know, I had another bright idea. I have lots of bright ideas, right? I'm undecided. I think it depends if I can get that shank off there. I mean, I was going to use a hat pin, which is what we call, I used to call them lapel pins, but stick pins. I was thinking about using one of these, but I think maybe on one of the other ones I might use those. So there's lots of things you can use. I mean, the possibilities for decorating these are absolutely endless. At least I think so. I was thinking if I did the one big bling, maybe I could add, I could find a white one that isn't damaged, because they lose their points. They get ripped off really, see, they get their points ripped off really easy. I can cut another one. See, I've got that one. And then I could put, sorry, my asthma did not like, I could put a triple like that. Isn't that pretty if I want to keep it simple? So I've given you a bunch of ideas for decorating. If you can find these, you can find all kinds of gold and white snowflakes at Dollar Tree. And use one of the, and they're ornaments, and just use an ornament. That's really pretty too. I like that. That's a oh, this one's flatter than that. I like that better. Yep, that one was too puffy. It was bugging me. Okay, I have a bunch of different ones. So we have that option with the big stone. I'm gonna get a drink of water here. So that's a possibility like that. And that brings in, they just complement each other beautifully. I'll pick it up and show you. I don't have it glued on, but that's a possibility. Or we move that off and we put this one on there. That definitely gives it the age that we're looking for. Can you see it? It's a beautiful pin. Let me show you the pin. See how it sparkles? It's got bling all over it. Not fake bling either. This was a pretty expensive button. It was probably $12, $15. Not inexpensive. But I like to put good quality things on my projects. You know, too, because I like to put vintage things on there. Yeah, I mean, I like both. I think either one is going to be fine. So I'm going to wait and figure it out, finish it up off camera, and I'll show it to you in our next video if I can. I'm trying to think, did I have anything to show you from my last video? I don't think I do. And if I did, I've probably put them all away already. I don't think I finished anything off camera. I think I finished everything on camera last time before we check out and say goodbye. I'm gonna grab what I made in my last videos just to double check. Yeah, these are the ones I made in the, oh, this is the one, I finished this one off camera, I think. This was the Santa, and it was made from a time card. Didn't he come out cute? Oh yeah, I finished this off camera. I forgot to show you. And he has a little Santa hat at the top. That I might have done on camera. But I added this, and I added this and this, I think, off camera. And then I put the little girl card in there. And the string. And there you have it. So these were my last couple videos where I did all these cards. And they're going to go in one of my holders over there, ephemera holders. They're for projects. I mean, to be filed away inside. I'll let you know when those are done and they're up for sale, which will be very, very soon. So thank you for watching today. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you gave it a try and did a little crafting with me today. And I'll show you this completed in my next video, which is my habit, as you know, is to make sure you see the completed project if I don't finish it in my video. So thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend and a beginning of your great week, and I'll see you all very soon. Hugs and kisses. Bye-bye.